Hi, I'm going to run a clip of Ethan Klein talking about seniors, old people. He resents them working and keeping jobs that are very desirable. He feels they should stop working, let the jobs go to younger people, and he feels that he is becoming an ageist. And he says that the old people are keeping the great jobs. But that's not true, because if you run in for political office, anybody can run. You just fill out the paperwork and you become a candidate. Then you have to prove by your education and experience that you're able to have the job, and you need to campaign. And if you want young people in office, you have to support them. You have to put your money towards their campaigns. You have to help them advertise. And Ethan has a podcast where he can bring up any person he wants to support, and he can put them on his podcast every day if he wants, and have them exposed to millions of people. So if he wants to complain that the wrong people are getting into office and they're too old, he needs to look at where he's been putting his money in past campaigns. Who has he been supporting? What young people has he been supporting? And what young people is he bringing on his podcasts to publicize so that they can become known to the community? If he hasn't been doing that, well, then he can't complain. And anybody can run for office, even if you're not educated, whatever, male, female, young, old, or anybody can run. But it's who you put in office, who you vote for, who you support financially, and who you help with their publicity campaign. That's the person who has a better chance of winning. Just like Jack Kennedy, he was young, he was very rich, but he was able to jump in and become president. And President Obama, he was unknown, but with the help of Oprah, she helped publicize him so that people would know who he was. So he's now going to complain about old people staying in office too long, which I don't think is the right way to look at it, but that's what he's thinking here.
Like really old people that don't quit their job when they need to retire. Like if you're a doctor and you're like
really
80 years
go?
old. No, I'm sorry. This
The
we need to
80s
talk
now?
about this.
Why?
It's happening and mostly it's happening in politics. It's happening in senators, representatives, the fucking presidency. I'm tired of old people running the fucking country. And by the way, well, you don't have to go to them. Okay, so it's different in that case. But if you're 80 years old, you're just probably not up to date with shit.
No, he's not.
And he probably got shaky ass hands
he
too.
was shaking a little bit. I was debating,
saying, bro.
They're
I was
talking
debating,
about
should I
his
just get the
doctor
Yeah,
who
fuck
but
did
here?
what about that
toe
some
surgery.
cultures, like, you're supposed to respect the elderly, like their wisdom?
Yeah, well, if
Is
they
that
were
just like not a thing anymore?
listen. No, it is still a thing, but the thing is, like, do you want a fucking 80-year-old person driving a kid's bus or some shit? You know, the bus full of kids. I mean, you can respect
But
the old
not,
people in your life, but also be like, I don't think an 80-year-old should be president. Sorry, dude. Just gotta be real about it.
Um,
I say we fucking.
Okay, there's an ad here. I have to
Save
wait.
the future. We have to repair the past.
And euthanize people at 80, straight up.
oh God, are you trying to
We're
get
not.
me
I'm
off?
kidding.
Stop!
What are
I'm
we talking
kidding.
I don't like this whole thing right now about ageism. I would rather just talk about the toenail.
Listen, sometimes you just gotta make a stand, okay?
I agree
Let's
with.
not
I'm
make that
tired
the
of the
stand.
world being run
Bro,
by
let's
old
talk
fucking
about,
idiots. There's
Salt
not
Lake
enough
City.
opportunities for young people in
Let's
the world
talk about the
already
Salt
as
Lake
it is.
in Salt Lake
And these
City.
people never want to pass the fucking reins.
Make a stand
It used
about
to be-
Salt Lake
It
City.
used to be that you
Old
would
man.
gracefully pass the reins to the younger
Old man.
generation. You can't. You got to fucking go. You gotta go retire.
Sometimes people are old and it's gotta stop.
Well,
I just want to say,
by the time they graduate, they're like 35. If you're gonna specialize in that.
Okay, so
thing.
I
Talking
just
about
want to
doctors.
say,
35-year run.
Yeah,
bro.
so it goes one of two ways. Either they're a master of the craft or they're too old for it.
Look,
whatever
even
Ethan is saying does not represent me or how I run my business. Thank you.
well,
There's no
Blame her.
ageism in Teddy Fresh.
yeah, there's no 80-year-olds at Teddy Fresh either. Just to be clear.
Just because they haven't applied.
Right.
Back in the days in Scandinavia, they used to kill old people. They threw them off or they made them jump off big mountains.
That's what the fuck I'm talking about.
Fucking midsummer, right, love?
Yes.
Wait,
Like, do we need to
Shit.
just like cut the show because this is how we're starting today?
wait, love. Give me more background. Is that like a Viking thing?
Yeah, well, they did it in Viking culture, and I think I don't know how real it is, but it's definitely like a story that you get told every now and then. It's called Etterstup.
Now that's respect.
Yeah, and it's like suicide because they do it. They think it's a respectful thing to do, so it's not forced usually. I think.
Exactly. Wisdom means jumping off a bridge when you're 80.
Yeah.
Death to all.
Now, it used to be that Eskimos did something similar. In the Eskimo culture, the women had to soften leather with their teeth. They kept biting leather to make it soft. And when they lost their teeth, they couldn't do this job anymore, and they became a quote-unquote burden on their family. So when they became old and lost their teeth, the family used to take them out into the snow and say goodbye, and of course this was the mother, and leave her out there in the snow to be found by a polar bear who would then eat her. And that would be the way the old Eskimo women in some areas had their family cycle. So the women, while young and healthy, would be there doing their bit to keep the family warm. And when they got old, their teeth were worn down, they would be put out for the polar bears to die. And that seems almost unbelievable today with Obamacare and all the other things we do in preventive medicine to keep people healthy and living longer. Now we'll go back.
All of them.
Am I right?
Well, listen, my uncle was 79 when my cousin Tim was born, and
What?
he's brought so much to my life.
Your cousin or your?
My uncle, I'm sorry, my uncle Tim's dad was 79 when Tim was born.
And how much did he bring to Tim's life?
Brought him a lot of money.
Yeah.
He inherited a lot. But no, he
You're okay.
Yeah.
Whatever. I don't. I'm not making a comment about having kids at 79. I'm just saying.
Okay, people are saying, why is he so scared of being canceled? Maybe because he got a ban already and
Yeah,
had
I mean,
to not make a podcast for a
To
week?
be fair to Ela,
I don't know. Are you just trying to take a week off? Maybe. Then, yeah.
No,
but,
well, actually, if we get another strike, it'll be 2 weeks.
right.
Ooh.
I'm not. What am I gonna get
Where
a
y'all wanna
strike
go?
for, bruh? I can't
For
express.
saying old people should.
That's a joke. Come on,
The last one was a joke too.
bro. I don't think old people should kill themselves.
What rules, you
God.
sons of bitches?
But just fucking. Yeah, but anyway, I don't know. I'm just gonna, I used to be like, oh, ageism, fuck, give them a break. I just think personally, it's getting out of fucking control. There's not enough opportunities for young people, and old people are not passing the reins off. They're hanging on for too fucking long, and it's like becoming a real problem.
Well, people are also living longer. People used to die in their 50s, 60s, 70s, and now more people are living out of their 70s into their 80s, 90s, and 100s. And if they are feeling good, and with our improved medical care, they might find that they can perform longer at a job. Now, they may want to switch jobs, they may not. but you have to realize that people are living longer and better lives through our better lifestyles and our better medical care. So they're not going to be treated the same way they were in the 40s and 50s.
That's it.
Do you want a real counterpoint to that?
Sure.
At least in this country, the ability for a lot of people to retire has been taken away over the last several decades because of the social safety nets being gutted over and over again. Reagan implementing income tax on social security benefits, all that kind of stuff, and people have to work longer. And so it's not always their fault. Like, not everybody can retire. Not everybody has that option. I think the ones that you are talking about that you have a very fair point on are the politicians. The average age of Congress is like fucking what was it? We looked it up on Leftovers.
Dude,
one
it's
time.
like
It was like insane.
65,
Yeah, that's a problem. But
Anyone
that's
can
different
run.
than people who are working.
Yeah.
So obviously, if you're like a salt of the earth
That's
worker,
the thing. I agree
and,
about
and
politicians.
there's not good opportunities out there, the fact that you have to work is fucked up and horrible, right? But I'm talking about like the elite people with desirable jobs.
I don't
who
disagree
don't
with you
want to
on that.
fucking relinquish the torch.
I don't
Yeah.
disagree either. I just think the way
But
you
obviously,
phrased
if
it.
you can't retire, then obviously, you know, you got to work, and God bless them for that, and damn this country also for forcing them to work.
There we go. We landed at a good compromise there.
Okay.
So I'm going to end it there. And so what do you think about the problem as they see it with having old people who are wanting to work and do work and hang on to their jobs? Another thing, a lot of the older people, of course, their wives or husbands may be dead, so that they might be living alone. Their children are grown, so they don't need such an income. And so holding a job that might pay a huge salary might be not needed for an older person, where they could retire and get their retirement benefits. They wouldn't need such a high salary, and you could support another person who was younger, who could be in training for the job. So there are lots of ways to go, and I'd like to know what you think. So please like and subscribe, and I will talk to you later. Bye.